Right guys, on the range with this little, with the little GRT. Got targets set out down there at 30 metres. I've just done my preliminary zeroing and seeing what ones look like. I'm hoping this holds. Just taking it out a little bit. What I'll do is, sorry about the shaky camera, but my tripod's been a knob. Surprisingly, I'll talk about it more when I get home off the range, but I'll just show you what this little gun's capable of. I'll put a 5-round grape at the centre bullseye, and then I'll do the same again on the left hand side. That's good. That was a double kill, that was cheap for the price of one. I'm doing it again. I don't know why the creeps are opened up. This was one hole in it a few seconds ago when I was zeroing, but hey ho, it is what it is. Right, this is a bit unfortunate because the gun's now decided to open up the greeps immeasurably. I'll keep plugging away. I'm not happy with that greep, that was a lot tighter. I'll tell you what guys, I'll put a 10-round greep down because this little gun was one hole there. That was me, that's a pulled shot on my part. Put one more round there. And then for some reason these grips opened up. I'm now going to shoot the same target, the right hand side bulls, the right hand side slider burst at the 3 o'clock position. I just want to experiment here a little bit. 241 again. Right, what I'll do, just have a little bit of fun. I'll zoom this out, just this across, there, then there's some 20 gauge shotgun cartridges. I think I've got about 6 down there. Good Lord, that launched that. And see if I'm not. So there's 6 cartridges there. See if I can get the last one. So out of that, guys, I fired 7 shots, 6 hits on that. Further down the range at 40 metres there are lots of little spinners, and I've been hitting them quite consistently. But what I'll do now is we'll have our usual little post-shoot debrief once I get home. Cheers, guys. Hi guys, right, you've seen the range work. It wasn't terribly impressive. Right, the BSA Lightning SE GRT, God knows how many other letters you want after this rifle. I think from now on, if I review any more rifles, I'm going to start scaling them on 1 to 10 basis, with 1 being the crappiest and 10 being a superb rifle. Straight off the bat, odds give this rifle a 5.5. It's a lovely rifle. It's in the sense that it looks the part, but no, it wouldn't be a rifle for me. I'll get all the negatives out of the way, I think, first, because it has got positives. This has got a very, very snappy recoil on it, very snappy indeed. So much so in all the years I've been shooting up, I pretty much exclusively use sports match mounts, and I've never had any issue with them, both the 2-piece and the single piece. I actually got scope creep on this, which shocked me. I just could not work out when I was zeroing this why it wouldn't zero, and literally the rear mount was coming off the maxi grip dovetail. Luckily, like all good shooters, I took the necessary kit to like tighten up, and like got rid of the scope creep, but it's quite shocking. What I think lets this gun down is the trigger. There's no getting away from this. The trigger is very, very heavy. I haven't put it on my little device what measures trigger pulls, but I reckon this has got about an 8.5 to 9 pound trigger pull on this. It's predictable, you know when it's going to go, but by God, a couple of times I honestly thought I had the safety catch on, and yeah, it was a definite, I don't know, what can you say, struggle to get good trigger control on it, just because it was so heavy. I mean, I've tried to adjust this, and I've got it to as light as what I can get it, and it, like I say, it's still about an 8.5 to 9 pound pull on it, and yeah, it is not a record unit. It's nowhere near a record. You can't even mention the word record and this trigger unit in the same breath. It's just not the case. Interestingly enough, but after I'd done the other video, I got my Mercury S out and I was looking at these side by side, and by God, BSA, you should be ashamed of yourselves. You really, really should. You can't camouflage by putting a decent stock on it. Well, you can't polish a turd, that's what I'm trying to say. Unfortunately, no. Comparing this with an 80s era BSA or even an early 90s era BSA, they're two total different beasts. The blue one on this is acceptable. I would say the Phoenix blue, and what I tried last week was a lot. The Phoenix, to be honest with you, is just a lot better gun. I'm going to say it. This little gun is let down by the trigger. Can it shoot? Yes. If you take your time and learn this gun, it'll be alright. If you do a trigger mod on it to lighten this trigger, it would be a much better gun. It would shoot a lot more tighter groups. It's very consistent over the chronograph. I'm going to do the positives now. It is capable of good accuracy, but by God, it is pellet fussy. The one you didn't see me shoot off camera, this is what I mean when I was zeroing the gun. I was getting all sorts of weird and wonderful things. Pretty much I ended up chasing my zero because I didn't realise I was getting scope creep. As soon as I sorted out the mounts on it, H&N field target shot superbly through this. I think I ended up putting about 15 shots through that hole. Bear in mind, guys, these little tiny splatter bursts are the same size as a 10p. Got one pulled off to the side there, but that's mostly under a 10p group. Tried some of the mainstream pellets. It did not like Superdome. It absolutely hated JSBs, exacts. It wasn't particularly fond of what are these, QYS's. Strangely enough, it liked RWS Hobby. That is yeah, I can get them under, yeah, get them underneath a 10p group with RWS Hobby. Hades, it started off promising and then it just went whoop. And what are these F&T Barrow F&T specials. I didn't particularly like them either. This little group I shot here was like my confirmation of zero group, which I had to adjust in a little bit. It's still going off to one side, so I adjusted it and pulled the shots in. But there's 5 shots through that, guys, and the 5 shots through there are underneath for 5p. That's the string, so I moved it across. Right, on the one you saw me shoot, I don't know how many rounds I put through there, and 10, 12, I don't know. It started spreading, and it was so unfortunate, so I reshot the groups again. I think I shot this one on camera. That one is, I don't know if I shot this one on camera, I might be talking rubbish here, but that's under a 10p. That one, it just opened up, and then I shot my final group, which is well underneath a 10p. It was disappointing, but then the funny paradox is, when I'd done like the paperwork, I was shooting spinners, and some of those spinners were only like 15mm spinners. I was shooting them, hitting them regularly out to 40 metres. You'll see me shoot shotgun cartridges. They weren't 12 bore cartridges, cases. They were, I think it's a 28 bore and a 20 bore case on there, and I hit, what was it, for 7 shots I hit 6 of them, and I think one of the shots I pulled because how heavy the trigger was. But yeah, this isn't a terribly expensive gun, but it's expensive enough for me to expect more of it. To be quite honest, the Phoenix is a better gun and cheaper, and I'd recommend the Phoenix over this. Yeah, I'm disappointed in BSA. However, don't get me wrong, guys, if you're taking it out hunting and it's got enough power and accuracy there to roll over a bunny out to 30 metres, same with pigeon and so on and so forth, who knows, I mean, with further use the trigger might miraculously lighten, but it's the trigger what lets this down. Like I say, from now on, guys, when I do these little reviews, I'm going to rate the different rifles, as I've already mentioned, and unfortunately, no, I'm starting to form their opinion. If you're spending £300–400 on a rifle, I'd be looking for a quality one, like second-hand air arms or second-hand HW77 or something like that, or if you're going new, go for a 99S or something like that. Yeah, BSA, I don't know what to say. It is what it is. But yeah, I enjoyed my time there, and a big thanks to Mark and Scott at Two Smoking Barrels and Oulton Broard for allowing me to review this little rifle. It has its uses. I personally myself, I wouldn't spend my own money and buy this. As gorgeous as it look, I expect if I'm spending like 350 quid plus to be able to get the gun out of the box, do a little adjusting on the trigger, lighten it to my preference, and that's good to go. Don't expect to be doing like major tuning and polishing sears and things like that. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Anyway, guys, catch you next time round, and as always, be safe and thanks for your support. Cheers, guys.